Hi, my name is Adam Whitmer. I'm the founder and host here at ComplianceCohort.com. This compliance clip is going to talk about reporting director overdrafts under Regulation O. So recently we received a question that said this. It said, have we violated Regulation O if a board member would have overdrawn their account by $5,000 had the check not been returned by the bank? So the answer to this, of course, comes from Regulation O, but comes from Part 215.4E, really Part 1 and Part 2. So let's take a look at the regulation and see what it says here. So Part 215.4E1 specifically says this. This is a prohibition against overdrafts for directors and executive officers. It says, no member bank may pay an overdraft of an executive officer or director of the bank unless payment of funds is made within accordance of one of two things. The first thing being, of course, a written pre-authorized interest-bearing extension of credit plan that specifies a method of repayment. So this could be an overdraft line of credit that is an actual line of credit that's under Regulation Z that has been approved and is an established line, or it could potentially be a credit card or something like that, maybe even a home equity line of credit if your financial institution sets that up. So that's the first option. The second option is a written pre-authorized transfer of funds from another account of the account holder at the bank. So this could be a transfer from a savings account into a checking account, or from a checking account into another checking account, where the other account that is the overdraft kitty has a excess of funds that could swipe into the account that would be overdrawn. So these are the two things that you're allowed to do. Otherwise, this prohibition under 215.4E1 is there unless we move on to 215.4E2, which says the prohibition in paragraph E1 of this section does not apply to a payment of an inadvertent overdraft on an account in an aggregate amount of $1,000 or less, provided, and this is the fine print, provided that, number one, the account is not overdrawn for more than 5 business days and the member bank, so this is the Federal Reserve's version of the rule, but the member bank charges the executive officer or director the same fee charged any other customer of the bank in similar circumstances. So we have two conditions here where the prohibition does not apply. So you can overdraw the account if, number one, it's $1,000 or less, and then really part 1A is the account is not overdrawn for more than 5 business days, and then number two, the part B, the second part of this is that the fees have to be assessed like they would for any other customer. Now, going back to our original question of does the bank violate Regulation O if a director would have overdrawn an account by $5,000 had the bank not returned the check? So we look here and we see that the threshold is what? It's $1,000. So $5,000 is too much. However, what the bank did in the original question was they actually returned the check. So they sent it back. They did not let the account become overdrawn. So if the account is not overdrawn, you do not have a violation of Regulation O because the account was not overdrawn in an amount of $1,000 or more. It would have been had you paid it, but you returned the check, so the account was not overdrawn. So therefore, in the original question, that was not a violation of Regulation O. So this sums up overdrafts for Regulation O, and really that's all I have for you today in this compliance clip. If you're new to the compliance cohort, check out our website. We have a ton of free articles and free videos just like this. Free training videos, 3 to 5 minutes long. We have tons of free resources. It's an absolute free membership that is available on our site. If you're an existing member, thank you so much for watching to the end. I feel like I'm saying Washington to the end. Because you never know how I'm going to end these crazy videos because I don't know how to end them anyway. But we do appreciate you being a member of the compliance cohort. And until next time, I hope you have a wonderful day. Thank you so much.